Hello, it's Theo Gilbert again. Let's think now, if we can, together about the practicalities of using compassion in explicit ways in the classroom to draw together students who are otherwise, you may notice, driven into cliques and friendship groups to feel safe, while you may also notice with a heavy heart there are other students who seem in the classroom you visit to be sitting alone, and you worry that they may stay loners for the rest of the module. Well, here's something we can do. We're going to nail our colours to the mast here. You could tell them, and this applies to you as well, of course, and nobody's better at explaining this to students than you. Something like this. The universe has been working for thousands of years to get you into the world, exactly as you are. It has filtered thousands of variables. One of them, for example, was that your great-great-grandfather and your great-great-grandmother met, thank goodness, under that apple tree so long ago. Without this, you wouldn't be here. And you can tell your students, without this, you wouldn't be here. So each one of us, our students too, are absolute miracles. When you've explained that to them, you might say, well, look, why don't we do a speed meet and just explore that very gently? So one line of students stands in front, so they're side by side, this line of students, and they stand in front of another line of students, also side by side. So you have two rows of students facing each other the length of the room. There's always room for this, down between the desks or wherever. And ask them to use all the space of the room from one end to end, so no bunching up in the middle. And then you could even ask them to just listen for a minute and record on your phone what it sounds like. And then you can ask them to reach out to the person opposite them. They've got 2 minutes to reach out to the person opposite them, shake hands. The Saudi women may do something like this. It's gracefully done. It causes no offense I've ever seen. And then explore with each other who they are, looking into the eyes of the miracle of a unique universe standing opposite them. Ask what their name is and try and exchange as much information about each other as they can. This is really important because this could be a moment you explain to them where they are meeting somebody who will be at their wedding, who will get them a great job, who will help them with childcare in years to come. After 2 minutes, they will change their partners. That is, the person at the end of one group, of one line of students, will step out, come to the end, the opposite end of that line, and the whole line then shifts down so that everybody has another partner, shifts down one person only, and they begin again. To remember the name of the person they're speaking to, because they may meet that person again in the supermarket, in the library. And so they can actually speed meet very, very quickly. And when they're doing this, why not record the sound of their compassion, of their warmth, of their friendliness, their innately kind inclusivity? It's there in them. It's a great resource. And they are sometimes very surprised to hear it back to themselves. Listen. What a contrast with the silence of that group that you meet when you first come in, unless they are in groups simply talking amongst themselves. This is another resource that is there available for us to train students how to manage their group work inclusively. We need to get onto this right from the beginning of the modules. It has a lot to do with compassion. It's irrefutable. And we are hardwired, as are our students, to be part of bigger and bigger groups if only we feel safe to be so. In the next short video, we're going to have a look at what might be going on here when students feel less threatened by one-to-one meetings as in a speed meet. And I also would like to show you a film that TV2 Denmark have made, All That We Share. And that raises issues about the difference between multiculturalism and interculturalism. This is a big issue that HE has to face. We call ourselves international universities, we are multinational universities and multi-ethnic, but we're not necessarily intercultural. What is that? This film by TV Denmark explains that beautifully. And students I have seen who are a little shy perhaps about speed meeting have literally run into the opportunity once they've seen this 3-minute film, All That We Share. See you in a minute, I hope.